gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
St. Pius X Minor Seminary, Karunapuram, Decades of Grace, Renewed Era in Formation. St. Pius X Seminary, Fatimanagar, holds a cherished place in the life of the Diocese of Warangal as the Apostolic and Minor Seminary, founded with a single, burning mission to foster and promote local vocations to the priesthood. The dream began to take shape in 1954, when the foundation stone for the seminary building was laid by Most Reverend Alphonsus Beretta, P.Y.M.E., the then Bishop of Warangal. The minor seminary was formally launched in 1961, offering courses in Latin, English, Bible, church history, and other foundational subjects for priestly life. Those early years were marked by tireless labor and missionary zeal. Father Finelli, P.Y.M.E., and Father Guido Tirinzoni, P.I.M.E., served consecutively as rectors, working with determination to stabilize the seminary. Each added a wing to the building, making room to welcome more young men responding to God's call. The classrooms of those days echoed with the voices of dedicated formators, Fathers Muselli, Bortolato, Angelo Pino, Bishop Beretta himself, and Father Tirinzoni, who not only taught subjects but imparted values. They were joined at various times by Father Y. Maradi, Father P. Samuel, Father Y. Chinappa, Father G. Shoraya, and Father Biredi Prakash, whose presence enriched the life of the seminarians. Spiritual guidance was entrusted to men of deep prayer, Father Lanza, Father Mazzola, Father Farina, Father Gezi P.Y.M.E., and Father Oswald, ensuring that the seeds of priestly vocation were rooted in a life of holiness. For a time, the minor seminary's Latin course formed a core of the curriculum. However, following the reforms of the Second Vatican Council, Latin was no longer compulsory. From 1971 onwards, intermediate studies were introduced, and young men who wished to continue their priestly path after high school were given every opportunity to grow in faith and knowledge. Since 1995, Father M. Yagaya has faithfully served as confessor and spiritual guide, a constant source of wisdom and encouragement. Over the years, the seminary has formed over 250 local priests serving in the dioceses of Warangal, Nalgonda, and Khammam, among them Bishop Thumabala, Bishop Govinda Joji,
Bishop Polimera Jayarao,
and Bishop Udumala Bala, each a living witness to the enduring mission of this house of formation. Eventually, the seminary was shifted to Karunapuram and integrated with St. Xavier Major Seminary, continuing its sacred work. A new era since 2015. The year 2015 marked a new chapter, not merely of stone and mortar, but of vision and purpose. The inauguration of the minor seminary in the present block opened a fresh horizon for priestly formation. Under the patronage of Most Reverend Udumala Bala, the Bishop of Warangal, and under the leadership of Father Y. Thomas Kiran as rector and Father M. Anand as spiritual director, and later joined by Father P. Prakash, the community stepped into this era with renewed energy and hope. From the very beginning, the formation here was never limited to academic growth or external discipline. It was a holistic journey, rooted in the Church's 4 essential pillars of priestly formation. St. Pius X Minor Seminary, though located on the same campus as St. Xavier's Major Seminary, has always maintained its own distinct identity, with a complete separation in prayer, formation, games, and community life. Over the years, it has grown into a trusted house of formation, not only for the Diocese of Warangal, but also for several other dioceses across Telangana. Recognizing the depth and quality of its training, the bishops of Kadapa, Kurnool, Nalgonda, Khammam, and the Archdiocese of Hyderabad entrusted their candidates for quality formation. Within its walls, seminarians are shaped in every dimension of vocation. It is here they learn to pray, discipline themselves, practice compassion, and to be joyful. St. Pius is spoken with respect and pride when these young seminarians go for next stage of formation. From its humble beginnings in Fatimanagar in 1954 until this present decennial celebrations, 2015 to 2025, St. Pius X Seminary has remained more than an institution. It has been a home, a school of virtue, a house of prayer, and a mission field. With gratitude for God's blessings, the dedication of rectors and formators, benefactors, and the prayers of countless faithful, we now look to the future with renewed hope. We are proud to recall that Father Kota Sudhir and Father Pendala Umesh are the first fruits of St. Pius X in Karunapuram, a living testimony to the seminary's mission. Today, this noble work continues under the guidance of devoted formation team Father S. Balashauri, F. Praveen and Father Naveen, who are rendering their service with zeal and dedication. Their leadership ensures that every seminarian is shaped in mind and heart to become a true shepherd after Christ. And so, this house of formation marches forward, faithful to its mission, to raise up priests for our Divine Master and for His people. With steadfast discipline and burning zeal, St. Pius X Minor Seminary will continue to form shepherds after the heart of Jesus, men who will preach the word with courage, celebrate the sacraments with reverence, and lay down their lives in love for the flock entrusted to them. For as long as the Church endures, this seminary will remain a beacon where faith and reason embrace, where prayer and service unite, and where the dream of Christ for His priests is kept alive for generations to come.